off this afternoon's proceedings by welcoming somebody who I truly love and cherish. இவரை பற்றி சொல்லணும்னா இவருடைய டிக்ஷனரியில் சிம்பிள், ஆர்டினரி, சாதாரணம் இந்த வார்த்தைகள்லாம் இல்லவே இல்லைன்னு நினைக்கிறேன். இவருடைய டிக்ஷனரியில் மேக்னம் ஓப்பஸ், எக்ஸ்ட்ராடினரி, லெஜெண்டரி இந்த மாதிரி வார்த்தைகள் மட்டும்தான் இருக்கு. பிகாஸ் those are the kind of projects he presents to the world. Bahubali, RRR, and now Brahmastra. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together as I welcome on stage the iconic, the legendary filmmaker S.S. Rajamouli garu. So first, நீங்க வந்து வணக்கம் சொல்லிருங்க அவங்க கிட்ட. ஒரு சில விஷயங்கள் பேசினதுக்கு அப்புறம் we'll have a chat. Over to you, sir.
எல்லாருக்கும் வணக்கங்க. Thank you for coming here. நான் இப்போது இயக்குனராக வரல, புது ரோலில் வந்திருக்கேன். ஐ எம் ஆஸ் அ ப்ரெசென்டர் ஆஃப் பிரம்மாஸ்திரம். பிரம்மாஸ்திரம் one of the most awaited films of the year, one of the costliest films of the year. பட் வெறும் இயர்ன்னு சொல்ல முடியாது, ஏன்னா இது ஒரு 7-8 வருஷமாக பண்ணிட்டு இருக்காங்க. 7 years, 8 years. When did you start the journey? 2014. Okay, that's a long count. I'm not good at maths. Okay, so this many years back, Ayan has dreamt about creating a world that we have never seen before, the Astra verse. Creating this magnificent astras that we have learnt in our scriptures, in our itihasas, in our puranas, in our folklore. We have, as children, we heard about these astras, but never seen them in their splendor. That's what Ayan has dreamt. It's a long journey. He was ably supported by Karan Johar Avargal, Ranbir, Alia, Nag sir, Amit sir. Everyone became a part of of that great journey. Thank you. Thanking all these people for making me also a part of that fantastic journey. So இது கிரியேட் பண்ணும்போது இது சாதாரணமான விஷயம் கிடையாதுங்க. இட்ஸ் நாட் அன் ஈஸி ஜாப். எதனா பவர்ஸ்னா ஒரு ஹீரோக்கு ஒரு பவர்ஸை கொடுத்துட்டு பண்ணிடலான்னா இட்ஸ் நாட் ஸோ சிம்பிள். இட்ஸ் வெரி வெரி டிஃபிகல்ட் பிகாஸ் what Ayan has chosen is not just creating a magnificent power. It is creating a power which still has some limits. So there he gave a scope to create a bigger villain, and also he created a scope for a constant struggle for the hero characters to win, for the good to win over the evil. It is not like a fairy tale. It is like a very commercial way of telling the stories of these astras. So that is the thing that I really liked about Brahmasthiram. And also he made sure that amongst all these astras, Vanarastra, Nandi Astra, Agni Astra, Jalastra, and of course the main Brahmasthiram, among all these astrams he made sure that love is the strongest of all the astras. Not just telling in dialogues, he made sure that his point comes across, that love will win across everything. Whatever the problem it might be, love will win across, will win over everything. He made sure that is the point that he has to give to the audience, and he sure did. And of course he had the fantastic lovebirds for that, Alia and Ranbir. And of course, first of all, Ayan is not here today because I think now initially it is only something that the directors and creators can understand. Now I think even everyone knows, all the audience also know, coming to the end of the project, coming nearer to the release, the director is so stressed out. He has to be there fine tuning every small bit that he can. 8 வருஷம் கொடுத்தாலும் கூட இன்னும் டைம் பார்த்ததாங்க. இன்னும் கொஞ்சம் லாஸ்ட் மினிட்ல every director will be fine-tuning something. So Ayan is there, but he sent all his love, and some of his messages are there for you. Let's listen what Ayan has to say, tell you guys, and then we will have a question and answer session.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll take அவருடைய ஜர்னியில் என்னெல்லாம் பார்த்துருப்பாரு. இவ்வளோ பெரிய ஒரு மேக்னம் ஓப்பஸ் ப்ராஜெக்டை எடுத்து டு ஜஸ்ட் பிரிங் இட் டு த ஃப்ளோர்ஸ் இஸ் அ ஹர்க்யூலியன் டாஸ்க். அண்ட் அதை வந்து ரொம்ப பொறுமையாக பேஷன்ஸோட with all the plans and process in place பண்ணியிருக்காங்க அப்படின்னா கண்டிப்பாக இந்த படம் வேற லெவலில் இருக்கும் அப்படிங்கிறதுல எந்த சந்தேகமும் கிடையாது. Next up, before we invite our next guest on stage, I just want to say, Rajamouli sir, big congratulations on the blockbuster success of RRR. We saw you at the launch event here in Chennai. I was also there. So ஒரு நல்ல கைத்தட்டல் கொடுத்துடலாமா? It was such a fantastic film. And உங்களுக்கு மேத்ஸ் அவ்வளோவா வராது அப்படின்னு சொன்னீங்க, ஆனால் உங்களுடைய படங்கள் பண்ணுற நம்பர்ஸை பார்த்தா எங்களுடைய மேத்ஸ் மறந்து போயிடும். I'll translate that later for you in English, Ranbir. Next up, I'd like to welcome somebody who is just an absolute charmer. இவரை வந்து அறிமுகப்படுத்துறதுக்கு எனக்கு ரம்யா கிருஷ்ணன் மேமோடைய டைலாக் மட்டும்தான் தோணுது படையப்பா படத்துலேருந்து. வயசானாலும் இவருடைய ஸ்டைலும் அழகும் என்றைக்குமே குறையாது. His charm, his elegance and that smile makes him truly stand out from the rest of the crowd. Please put your hands together as we welcome the king, the dashing and the debonair, Nagarjuna Garu. So a couple of questions before we get you to speak to them. Okay. Or would you like to speak to them first?
You tell me.
I'll ask you a couple of questions because I'm very excited to see you first.
All right, me too.
You've come to Chennai. Chennaiக்கு ஒரு நிறைய வருடங்களுக்கு அப்புறம் பிரஸ் மீட் பண்றதுக்கு வந்திருக்கீங்க.
Yes.
So how does that feel first?
Feels homecoming. It's like coming home.
All right. Yeah. And Brahmastra, இந்த படம் வந்து ரொம்ப ஸ்பெஷலான ப்ராஜெக்ட் அப்படின்னு எல்லாருக்குமே தெரியும். But what did Ayan Mukherjee say that made you feel interested enough to be a part of this project?
When I speak, I'll talk. I'll give you.
Over to you, sir.
All right. Ellarkum vanakkam. Thank you for having me here. It is really like a homecoming. I started my career almost here in Chennai in my earlier days. Sorry, I'm speaking in English. My Tamil has become a little rusty, so let me speak in English. And one of my iconic films, Geetanjali, was done by a Tamil director, Maniratnam, who's been legendary. You all know that. And I have always been inspired by Tamil movies like Robo 1, Robo 2. They were very visionary movies at that time. And they went all over India, not all over India, all over the world. And they were appreciated. And as time moved on, the world started getting to become a smaller place. And Rajamouli sir's Bahubali broke all the barriers and went, not just the barriers like she said, it broke all numbers. And then Bahubali 2 came, and Triple R came, and then KGF came from Kannada, and Vikram. Recently, Kamalji's Vikram, one of my favorite actors, Vikram, his film came and it started breaking all records and all numbers. And now we have Brahmastra coming in. And like she asked me what inspired me to do this film. I remember Ayan, like a little boy, coming home, and he had a comic book in his hand. And he came home and I said, Ayan, what am I going to have in this film that you want me to do a role? And he said, sir, you just read this book. It was like a 20-page comic book, and it showed my character and what I'm doing in that film. I play a artist, or they call me an artist in that film, and I have the most powerful astra with me, called the Nandi Astra, and it has about the power of 1,000 bulls. And that fascinated me because I was always fascinated by Indian mythology, because I grew up with Indian mythology from my younger days, watching NTR Garu and my father NR all doing all the mythological films in my younger age, and that was imprinted in my mind. And finally, after almost so many years of career, I got an opportunity to do that. Which opportunity to do a film like that, which dealt with the Indian Vedas, Indian mythologies, Indian astras, Indian characters, and Indian culture. That really inspired me, and I really wanted to do the film. And yes, I went and shot the film, and it was a wonderful experience doing the film. And the precision and the efficiency which Ayan shot with me was incredible. And what I saw on the screen after the finished product, it was just so fascinating, the visuals. And I had some hit films, super hit films. Yes, Udayam and Shiva, the huge hits here. But this film, I believe it's going to become a landmark film, Brahmastra. And I'm so glad I'm a part of it. Like Ayan said, when he started, he was 29 years old, and now he says he's 39. I can imagine why that happened. So much of time, passion, love.
இதுல வரல சார் இந்த மைக்ல
back sequence not working. இந்த வருதா இந்த மைக் வருதா
இல்ல அதுலயும் வரல சார் இது அதுலயும் வரல
Hello.
ஆடியோ சரியில்லை
I just hope it doesn't happen when the film is on.
இப்போ வருதா check 1 2 3 வருதா okay
Okay? This is okay?
ஓகே
Ah, all right. So I can just imagine what he put into this film, and I wish him all the best. And working with Ranbir was a wonderful experience.
வரல ஆடியோ வரல
Audio?
வரல சார்
எல்லாருமே யாருமே வரலையா
இங்க வரலம்மா
Hello.
இந்த ஸ்பீக்கர் மட்டும் வரலையா we'll get that sorted ஒரு பேசிட்டு ஒரு ஃப்ளோல பேசிட்டு we'll get that sorted
Yeah. Is that okay? Better? One speaker. Okay. So working with Ayan was a wonderful experience. Warmth and love and respect he showed me. It just made me feel at home. Not just that, but that's not what I like Ranbir about it. It's not so easy for an actor to put so much of his time and effort into a project which he does not even know how it's going to turn out. Because with the VFX, most of the time you don't even know what you're doing. And that Ranbir's dedication to it is incredible. Because I saw it on sets, and when I saw the rushes, I could see that this has been going on for years. And I'm sure it's going to do wonders. I wish you all the best. And same thing with Arya. Working with her.
ஆடியோ வரல
we have to fix that because we definitely want to hear check 1 2 3 வரலையா can you give us another mic perhaps and then we can check if that's catching the speaker there mic பிரச்சனை ஸ்பீக்கர் பிரச்சனை
ஆமா ஸ்பீக்கர்
இந்த சைடுல வருதா இந்த சைடுல பக்கவா இருக்கா ஓகே செக் இல்ல நான் இன்ஜினியர் தான் ஆனா எலக்ட்ரிக்கல் இன்ஜினியர் கிடையாது அதனால எனக்கு அது எப்படி சிரிக்கிறதுன்னு தெரியாது Yeah. What we can do is they have some visuals for you. கொஞ்சம் visuals வச்சிருக்காங்க அது play பண்ணுவாங்க. In the meantime, we'll just check on the speaker. Will that work? Yes. Yeah. Okay. So would you like to tell them?
We're going to show you some of the visuals. We're going to show you the trailer of Brahmastra. You probably have seen it, but see it in 3D. You can watch it in 3D. And also, one of my most favorite songs in the film, Deva Deva, that's also 3D. It is going to blow your mind away. Just watch this. This is my first 3D film, by the way.
Fantastic. So we'll have you back on stage first. I definitely want to hear more from you. But of the film. Now I was thinking about how I'd like to introduce him, and I'm going to keep this in English, ladies and gentlemen. I watched the trailer, and you are the Agni Astra, which I feel is not too far away from your on-screen persona. because you are arresting, you are magnificent, you are magnetic, and truly the hero of Brahmastra, the one and only Ranbir Kapoor.
Hello, Vanakkam. Good afternoon. Check. This is okay? Sounds okay? Check. We need to make something called mic astra. Maybe that'll work. Thank you so much for being here today. I'm extremely happy to bring our vision of Brahmasthiram here to all you guys. Most of you I've met in Mumbai, the members of the media.
Okay. Yeah, so I'll stay here and I'll talk when they can't hear me.
Okay.
You talk when they can hear
Okay,
us.
done. Check. Is this better? Hello?
No, I
Check.
think the problem is with that particular speaker.
Check. Better?
ஓகே நீங்க ஒன்று பண்ண முடியுமா அந்த 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 கேமரா ஸ்டாண்டை கொஞ்சம் பின்னாடி இங்கே கொண்டு வர முடியுமா பாசிபிளா சார் கேன் யூ பிரிங் த ஸ்டாண்ட்ஸ் ஹியர் பை எனி சான்ஸ் எடுத்துட்டு வர முடியுமா ஃபார் தோஸ் ஆஃப் யூ வெரி க்ளோஸ் டு தட் ஸ்பீக்கர் சாரி திருப்பி சொல்லுங்க இல்லை மானிட்டர் ஆக்சுவலி அங்கே போட்டிருக்கு ரிப்பேர் பண்ண ட்ரை பண்ணாங்க இருந்தாலும் ஒர்க் ஆகலன்னு நினைக்கிறேன் இந்த மானிட்டரில் இன்னும் கொஞ்சம் வால்யூம் இன்க்ரீஸ் பண்ண சொல்லலாமா இல்லை இந்த சைட் திருப்ப சொல்லலாமா மானிட்டரை திருப்ப சொல்லலாமா கேன் somebody just turn one of these monitors because everybody has just been waiting for you to come here Ranbir and talk to them so we don't want to miss out on an opportunity like this and that to make you wait on stage and உங்க எல்லாருக்குமே ஒரு பெரிய சாரி நாங்கள் வந்து சொல்லிட்டு வெல்கம் யூ பேக் ஆன் ஸ்டேஜ் குமார் ஒரு நல்ல பெரிய கைத்தாட்டல் கொடுத்துடலாமே பாவம் எவ்வளோ நேரம் வெயிட் பண்ணுறாரு
Check. This is okay? This sound is okay? Okay. So coming back, thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for having me here. I'm so happy to share our vision of Brahmasthiram with you guys. All of you are somebody who come from a state which is so rich in culture, so rich in music, in the performing arts, and it's really my privilege to be here with all you guys. Brahmasthiram's started for Ayan and myself in actually 2013. We were doing a film called Ye Jawani Hai Diwani, and I remember during one of the schedules in Manali, he came to me and said that, Ranbir, I have this idea of two friends, which was also before RRR, and he said that one has the power of fire and one has the power of water. Of course, that film didn't turn out the way he had thought that time, and it came to the way that you guys are seeing right now. But I have seen this boy, Ayan Mukherjee, from the age of 29, he's become a young man now, and he spent 10 years and every day of his life really working and dreaming this vision, and just to be a part of it, just to be a little soldier in his battle to achieve his vision has been such an honor and such a privilege for all of us involved in Brahmasthiram. I've also had the opportunity to work with such legends like Mr. Amitabh Bachchan, Nag sir, who today I can also call my friend, who has completely with open arms, accepted Ayan, Alia, myself, Amla ma'am, Nag sir, his children, everybody, and he's made us a part of his family, and I will always be so grateful for that. Never in my wildest dreams I thought that I would have this name, S.S. Rajamouli, on a poster with my face on it, and that is such a big privilege, sir. Thank you so much for this. To work with one of the best actors I've ever worked with and have the good fortune of finally marrying her, Alia, somebody who I met on this film. Our romance started on this film. By the time this film got over, we are married and expecting a baby also. So you can really imagine how long this journey has been. So it's really an emotional moment for all of us concerned with Brahmasthiram. We are here and we'll answer more questions coming from you. But thank you again from the bottom of my heart for supporting us and being here today. Thank you.
Thank you, Ranbir. Thank you very much. We'll, of course, get the press to ask the entire team some questions. But you have some visuals for us, some very, very special visuals, I'm sure?
Yes, we have a special message from the real firecracker of Brahmasthiram, and that is my favorite and all you guys' favorite. A small message from Alia.
Thank you, Ranbir. We'll get you back on stage in just a bit. Photo op? Okay. We'll just get a couple of pictures so that we can remember this day and this lovely moment. Thankfully, photo ops do not require speakers, so we are good. Do they need to step forward? Is that what you mean? No? Can we get the chairs, please?
Yeah, okay. You get a chair.
Hi, Mr. Ranbir. Hi, Mr. Ranbir. Here, behind the cameras. Hi, I am Kaushik from Dinathandi's DT Next and welcome to Chennai. Last year when we met, I mean, you had butterflies on how the film is going to be received in the South. So I hope that's settled now because Mr. Rajamouli sir is releasing the film. So how does it feel to break into the global scene with Brahmastra and Mr. Rajamouli presenting it, who has been the pioneer of such spectacles in Indian cinema?
Well, like I mentioned earlier, it's completely an honor and privilege, to have somebody like him, a director that we all love, not just in our country, but worldwide now. But having said that, I think eventually what really makes your film global is your content. And once the film releases on 9th September, we are hoping that we get the eyeballs, we get a lot of people to watch the film. We have the best of people supporting us. Disney from Hollywood is also really releasing the film in a lot of places. They're really pushing it. We have Rajamouli sir here, who's releasing the film for us in 4 South Indian languages. So I think with all this help that we can garner for Brahmastra, we have achieved. But now we are only hoping that the audiences also receive the content of the film, which is king.
Great, thank you so much and good luck.
One nimsham, sir. Around? Oh, you can hear? Do you want him to ask? Okay. Continue, sir.
வாங்கலங்க ப்ரெசென்ட் பண்ணிட்டு இருக்கேன். ஓகே, மெசேஜ் அப்படி ஒன்றுமே இல்லைங்க. I would like to associate anything with anything which has so much of passion in it. நான் பாகுபலி பண்ணும்போது ஒரு 5 வருஷமாக அதுக்கு கம்ப்ளீட்லி அந்த படத்தில் இருக்கும்போது எவ்ரி ஒன் செட் தட் நோ ஐ ஆம் ஸோ பேஷனேட் அபவுட் தட் ஃபில்ம். Now we have a person who gave 10 years of his life for one film. So we can understand the kind of passion he has for that film. So I thought in whichever way I can support this passionate person. Because when he came and our one then story சொல்லும்போது I could see our vision na paatha. Our films towards the films, the kind of love he has na paatha. So I thought whichever way I can help this person, it would be a very good get together. ஸோ அப்படி தான் பார்த்தாங்க. நான் ஏதோ ஒரு மெசேஜ் தரணும். என் படத்தில் நான் எந்த மெசேஜும் கொடுக்க மாட்டேன். வேறு படத்தில் நான் எப்போ கொடுக்க போகிறது. பட் இட் இஸ் லைக் யூ கேன் ரியலி see the passion. And one more thing is like, see, we can be proud of our language, we can be proud of our culture, but at the same time we also we have that big heart of respecting and understanding other cultures and other languages. As a South Indian, I am very proud of my mother tongue being Telugu. I am very proud that I learned my craft in Tamil Nadu. I am very proud that I was born in Karnataka. I am very proud of the fact. But at the same time, I also respect the other language of the languages of the country. So when North India accepts our films from South and are accepting, reciprocating the same, when the film is good, when the film is made with love and passion, reciprocating that would also be very nice. So I thought if in my small way, if I can do that, that would be a fantastic thing. So one more reason why I associated with Brahmasthiram.
In Tamil, I've worked in 3-4 films. Recently, Thola has come about 3 years ago. And Bollywood, I've worked quite a few since about 20 years. This is nothing new. This film I took up specially because I was very, very inspired by what they have given me, which role they wanted me to do. I already explained, and that's what made me do this film. It's got nothing to do with my son.
I see somebody with mic there. Ramesh, sir,
Hi.
that you?
Hi, this question is for, hi Ranbir,
Yes, sir.
behind the camera here.
Yes, I can see.
Hi Ranbir, this question is from, on behalf of your fans and Alia fans, I'm asking. I think recently in one Insta live, you said something about Alia and some fans were upset. I don't know if you know that. Do you want to provide any clarifications for that?
Yes, absolutely. Firstly, let me start with I love my wife with everything I have in my life. What happened on that, I think, is a joke which didn't turn out to be funny. And I really want to apologize to anyone who, if I have triggered anyone, it was not my intention. So I say sorry to whoever got triggered or offended. I spoke to Alia about it and she really laughed it off and she didn't mind it. But I do have a bad sense of humor and sometimes that kind of falls flat on my own face. So I'm sorry if I have hurt anyone about it.
Hi Ranbir here, behind the camera. Hi. Haricharan from Hindustan Times.
Hello.
So Brahmastra looks like the beginning of a universe in itself, right? So how do you, warm up to the idea of Indian cinema building its own universe, a la the Marvel Cinematic Universe?
Well, so exciting. It's such exciting times for cinema in our country, of course, which has been spearheaded by Mr. Rajamouli sir, the kind of films he's made and the reach the films have had. Of course, nobody can match him, and Ayan is trying to do something very original, something that naturally comes from him. To be honest, since 2013, I've been hearing Ayan's vision, not just for Brahmastra, but also for the Astraverse. And there are so many stories that are so rich in our culture, seeped in Indian culture, that I like, sometimes it surprises me that so many years have gone by with cinema and we've hardly even touched upon so many stories, which is rich in content, rich in entertainment, rich in characters, in value systems. And so it's very exciting times, and just to be a small part in Ayan's this large, amazing vision is, like I mentioned earlier, is really a privilege and an honor for me.
Nagarjuna sir, here. Nagarjuna. Yeah, hi sir. Hi, here. Sir, you have been part of a lot of Idihasa kind of films like Annamaya, Sri Ramadasu, and a lot of films. As you mentioned, like this is your first 3D film and it's grandeur, everything is associated with this film. Like going forward, can we expect you to explore like the grand films with mythological take? Like, is there any plans to explore these kind of films in future?
I definitely would like, and I hope Rajmouli sir makes one with me. Invites me to one of his films. I really hope. It has been my one of the few things which I have not done, and because I grew up on those films from my younger age, very, very young age, and they've been imprinted. And I would love if somebody makes a film and gives me a part in that film. I'd love to do it.
Yeah, of course, you feel extremely anxious, excited, nervous when a film comes out, and especially a film of this nature, something that we've really given our life to for the last 10 years. You feel even more pressure. Apart from that, I always believe that audience is king. You can never ever question them. If a film doesn't do well, the film is not good. It's as simple as that. If the film does well, it's the audiences who decide, and nobody can question that. We make films with a lot of love, and we only make it for the entertainment of an audience. It is for the audience, and it's the audience who decides if the film is good or not.
ரன்வீர், இந்து மதத்தின் மேலே உள்ள நம்பிக்கையால் இந்த படத்தில் நடிச்சிங்களா இல்லை கமர்ஷியலுக்காக இந்த படம் நடிச்சிங்களா?
யார் மேல நம்பிக்கை சார்?
இந்து மதத்தின் மீது உள்ள நம்பிக்கையால்
இந்த
படத்துல வந்து ரன்வீர் நடிச்சாரா இல்ல கமர்ஷியலா நடிச்சாரான்னு
புரியுது. நீங்க வந்து நான் கேக்குறேன், Is it your belief in Hinduism that made you do the film, or were you looking at the commercial aspect? But before Ranbir takes this question, I'd just like to say, let's keep politics, caste, religion out of films. Films are for entertainment. But you can, of course, talk about the aspect that inspired you to make the film.
I think the story and what Ayan was trying to tell through its characters, the kind of empathy, the kind of value system that the film was speaking about. Yes, it's seeped in very richly in our Indian culture. But apart from that, I think it's the story of the film which really touched me.
நாகார்ஜுனா சார்
Yes.
சார் இங்கே சார் மீனாட்சி சுந்தரம் தினமலர் ரொம்ப நாளைக்கு அப்புறம் அமலா மேடம் வந்து 30 இயர்ஸ்க்கு அப்புறம் நடிக்க வந்திருக்காங்க. அவங்க படமும் செப்டம்பர் 9 ரிலீஸ் ஆகுது, உங்கள் படமும் இந்த படமும் செப்டம்பர் 9 ரிலீஸ் ஆகுது. ஒரே வீட்டுக்குள்ள 2 பேர் காம்பினேஷன், அதை பற்றி எப்படி நினைக்கிங்க? அப்புறம் வந்து நானும் சைத்தன்யா சாரும் தமிழுக்கு ரொம்ப நாளைக்கு அப்புறம் வராரு, அதை பற்றி உங்களுடைய கருத்து?
No, it's very good. It's very nice competition at home. So everybody is alert all the time. And September 9th, yes, her film is releasing in Tamil and Telugu, and my film is releasing all over the country. Either way, both of us are going to be happy that morning, because I know her film will do good and mine also. So.
Well answered.
I'll see the film.
Sir, Ayan is listening.
Ayan Mukherjee is listening. I can't tell you.
எப்படி சார் அப்படி நீங்கள் செப்டம்பர் 9 தெரிஞ்சுக்கோங்க அப்படின்னு அவங்க வந்து மறைமுகமாக சொல்லியிருக்காங்க. That's all we have. That's the time we have for questions. Unfortunately, இதுதான். Before we let you go, however, உங்க எல்லாருக்குமே பிடிச்ச ஒரு கேள்வி, I swear. Okay, ரொம்ப simple. We all know that you love Tamil cinema. Okay, I'm going to give you the names of certain actors, some iconic actors from Kollywood, from Tamil cinema, and you can describe them in either a word or a sentence. Yeah, let's start with superstar Rajini Kamal.
Can I do that action?
Yeah. Oh.
I think we all have grown up doing that action of the glasses, cleaning the glasses and switching it around, and also throwing an imaginary cigarette, shooting it and landing it in your mouth.
Yeah, you also have the jacket, so you can also do the jacket action, which is very popular. Next, Ulaganayagan Kamal Hassan.
You know, when I was growing up, his films have made such a big impact on him. My father also worked with him in a film called Sagar. But I think Appu Raja is a film which, as a child, sometimes it was dark also because of the violence. But I really loved the character of Appu Raja, and he's really stayed with me since childhood.
Fantastic.
ராஜமௌலி சார் கடைசி
Tala Ajit. One second. Let me finish and then we'll come to you. Tala Ajit. Ajit Kumar.
Ajit sir, wow. What to say? I think his style, you know, the way the human being he is, you hardly get to see him only. You know, you only see him in his movies. You don't see one picture, not one paparazzi picture of his. You don't see him coming out of the airport, nothing. And I think that kind of mystery is something which a lot of actors are losing out in today's day and age of social media, of paparazzi culture and all of that. And I really respect that how he has really created that mystery about himself. Apart from being the superstar that he is.
Superb. And lastly, Talapati Vijay.
Wow, he seems like he's such a good human being, you know, and every time you see his films, every character, you can feel his soul, that he's got a very pure soul. The last film that I've seen of his is Master, and I've really enjoyed most of his work, his songs, his dances, and just how simple he is. I've really admired that.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, RK, and thank you to Raj for answering the questions. We have a little bit of time. இன்னும் கொஞ்சம் டைம் இருக்கா? I think அவங்களுக்கு ஒரு சில இன்டர்வியூஸ் இருக்கு. நிறைய வெயிட் பண்ணியிருக்கீங்க.
ராஜமௌலி
Okay,
சார்
last.
எதுக்கு தெரியாதுங்க, எல்லாம் தெரியும். பட் ஆக்சுவலாக சொல்லணும்னா ஃபார் மெனி இயர்ஸ் the entire country and as a part of creative field, we also didn't tell our stories. நமக்கு இருக்கிற ஸ்டோரிஸ் பற்றி சொல்ல. Only recently we opened our eyes and we realized that we have so many stories, and we just started. இப்போ தான் ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ணியிருக்கோம். ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ணி எனக்கு தெரிஞ்சு ஒரு ஒரு 10 வருஷம் கூட ஆகலை, ஒரு மேபி 5-6 இயர்ஸ் ஆச்சு நம்ம கதை சொல்கிறது ஆரம்பிச்சு. எவ்ரி ஸ்டோரி வரும், எவ்ரி ஸ்டோரி வரும். என் பையன் பேர் கார்த்திகேயா. ஸோ டெஃபினட்டாக வரும், நோ டவுட் அபவுட் இட்.
ராஜமௌழி சார், உங்க அடுத்த படம் எப்போ சொல்லுங்க சார்?
I'm so sorry. We'll have to cut off those mics.
We can take one last question.
Yeah, one last
Yeah.
question. Yeah, சொல்லுங்க சார். அவர் என்ன சொல்றாரு சார்? ஓகே.
சார், இது நிறைய வாட்டி சொல்லியிருக்கேன், அவர் கூட பண்ணுறது ஒரு பெருமை. நோ, ஆல் ஆஃப் அஸ் வில் பி வெயிட்டிங் ஃபார் தட் மூமெண்ட். பட் சினிமா உலகத்தில் the stars have to align. Somehow all things have to come together before it happens. Not just me, all the directors will look forward for that. I'm just hoping it will happen.
Thank you very much.
Again, thank you so much for being here and for supporting us and supporting the film Brahmasthiram. I just have one exciting little news for the film. We are releasing our new song tomorrow, which is also going to be sung by the extremely talented Anirudh, and very excited about that. So please watch it, and please let us know what you thought about it. And again, thank you so much from the bottom of my heart for welcoming us in such a nice way. Thank you.
Thank you, and thank you,
thank you
Master,
to you.
for being
You've
here.
really been really amazing. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much. It was wonderful to see all three of you. Wonderful to see all three of you, and all the very best for September 9th, 2020.